Okay, today we are starting cells and tissues. In order to understand tissues, we need to review your foundation of cells. So today's assignment and the assignment for the next few days is a cells and tissues packet. Unfortunately, this assignment is not available on Canvas. So if you're watching this lesson at home, you've either reached out to me about getting the packet or you are having a friend deliver to you, like Mr. Nathaniel in the back is delivering it for a friend. On page 33 and 34, are some overview questions about cells and labeling a cell. So I'm going to read a paragraph from the reading, and then we're going to go ahead and answer some of these questions as a class and wrap it up with the coloring assignment you guys have tonight on the cell. So here we go. The basic unit of structure and function in the human body is the cell. Each of a cell's parts or organelles, as well as the entire cell, is organized to perform a specific function. Cells have the ability to metabolize, grow and reproduce, move, and respond to stimuli. The cells of the body differ in shape, size, and in specific roles in the body. Cells that are similar in structure and function form tissues, which in turn construct the various body organs. So let's do the overview of cells. It goes from 1 through 17, everybody. I think you guys know at least 75% of these questions. The others I'll help you out with. But let's go and get to answering them. Some of them are from the reading that I just did. Number 1, name the 4 elements that are the bulk of living matter. So it's actually 1, 2, 3, and 4. Which 4 elements make up the majority of living matter? We did this in unit 2. Tell me one, Kylie. Carbon is the big one. Another, hydrogen. 2 more. Sebastian? Oxygen and nitrogen. If you're wondering about phosphorus and sulfur, they are not the 4 big ones. They're just like a little bit below as far as the 4 big ones. Number 5. Question is, name the single most abundant molecule in living matter. Yeah, water. Anybody know what earth means, like the actual term earth? What is that? Dirt. Why would we name a planet dirt when it's 2/3 water? I don't get it. Number 6, name the trace element most important for making bones hard. Anyone? Calcium. Number 7, name the element found in small amounts in the body that is needed to make hemoglobin for oxygen transport. Before you answer, what type of macromolecule is hemoglobin? It is a protein that allows your blood to carry oxygen. What element is in hemoglobin that lets it carry oxygen? It's a metal. Iron. How do you get iron in your diet? Think about it. Iron is in your blood. So what foods do you eat that had blood in it? Meat. Yep. You go to Burns Steakhouse this weekend, you get a big old steak, you get a nice dose of iron in your diet. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. This is from the reading, so don't look around like, I don't know. Although there are many specific jobs that certain cells are able to do, name 5 functions common to all cells. Emma, tell me one. It's in the reading. No, I didn't know. Whichever one you want. They know how to metabolize, which is perform chemical reactions to produce energy for the cell. Nathaniel, can you tell me another function that is pretty common in all cells? It's in the reading. Grow and reproduce. There are 3 occasions under which your cells need to reproduce. 1, you're growing. You're getting bigger, you're getting taller. You guys are in puberty, so your cells are replicating a lot. Number 2, old cells get worn out, they need to be replaced. Right now, it's September 1st. The top layer of your skin is your epidermis. This layer has a top and a bottom. Right now, the cells at the very bottom of your epidermis are just being formed. By September 30th, they will have risen to the top of your epidermis, and they will shed off. It takes about 30 days for the bottom layer of your epidermis to rise to the top. Here's something that might blow your mind a little bit. You all have had these 2 hands your whole life. You've seen the skin on your hands your whole life. that skin has been shedding millions of times. The skin that is on your hands right now was not the skin on your hands a month ago. The skin that's on your hands now will not be the same skin that you'll have on there October 1st. It sheds and it's replaced. You don't see it, but it happens. Yes?
So then how did we like do this?
Because you still had the contours from your dermis underneath, but you still have the epidermis sheds. I mean, if you had, let's say you got a big old ant bite on your finger and you bit the ant bite and you got a big hole in your finger from that, it'll heal and your fingerprints will come back because that's in your dermis underneath. Number 10, give me another one that's, I forgot. So we got growth, we got replacing old cells and repairing injuries. That's going to require cells to reproduce too. Nikita, can you tell me another function that all cells do?
They move.
They move. We're animals. We don't have cell walls. Cell walls prevent cells from moving. Not us. Our cells move everywhere. One more. Anna Sophia, can you tell me something that cells do? They respond to stimuli. Anna Sophia! Respond to stimuli. Whoa! You guys responded to stimuli again. Good job. Your neurons are responding to that. Your neurons are cells. And here's one that's not on the list. They communicate. Flip. 13 through 15. I'm going to take over from here. You guys probably don't know these. List 3 different cell shapes. Squamous. Squamous, I like to think of as squashed. These cells are very, very flat, like this. There's a little nucleus inside. Next is cuboidal. Guess what those are shaped like? They look like this. Nucleus inside. And columnar. They look like this. Nucleus inside. Squamous, cuboidal, and columnar. 16. Name the fluid similar to seawater that surrounds and bathes all body cells. It's going to be called extracellular fluid. This is the fluid that's beyond your cells, outside your membranes. ECF. And finally, number 17, name the flattened cells important in protection against damage that fit together like tiles. These are called epithelial cells. They look like this from a sagittal plane. They look like this from a transverse plane. So looking at them from the side and looking at them from above. Extracellular fluid. Okay. Now, what I'm going to ask you guys to do now for the next 3 minutes is I want you to open up an anatomy textbook. You don't need 2 per table, just 1 per table is fine. I want you to open up a textbook to number 62, page 62. For the next 3 minutes, I want you to look at the cell that's on the bottom of page 34 in your packet. And I want you to identify all the structures that are unlabeled on your cell. You have a couple things labeled. You have vacuole and cytosol. I want you to spend the next 3 minutes using a pencil, everyone, because you might make a mistake. You got to correct it. Use a pencil to write down the names of the structures that you see in that cell. I'll give you 3 minutes. Go for it. I'm going to pause the video and we'll come back when 3 minutes is up. 2 minutes. You can say ER. Guys, research has shown that when students learn things that are in a lot of different colors, they learn it better. That's why we're doing this. Anatomy can be very complicated, but we're going to break it down so it's easier for your brains to comprehend. And it's been shown that when you have material in living color, it's easier. So you're doing yourself a favor by doing what I'm going to do. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to give you specific instructions on how I want you to color. What you want?
Is that the built thing at the bottom? Is that the smooth and built plastic? Yeah.
No, that's not smooth.
That's silly.
Silly. I don't think it's on your set. 1 minute. We have 5 minutes left in school. I'm going to try to talk over the announcements. You guys are going to be coloring these a specific color. I'm going to tell you which color is going to be which, and that's going to be your homework tonight. So when your parents say, "Hello, honey, how was school today?" "Fine, mother. I had a great day." "Do you have any homework tonight, honey?" "Yes, I do, mother." "What do you have to do tonight, honey?" "I have to color." "For what, honey?" "For honors human anatomy and physiology." End scene. All right, here we go. So you guys have cytosol and vacuole already done for you. This is what I want you to do. I'm going to write the name down to confirm it with you, and I'm going to draw a color underneath that, and that's the color I want you to make that structure. So for instance, vacuole, you're going to make green. Don't color them in class right now. You won't have time. Just make the underline like I am. Underline green for vacuole. For cytosol, it's going to be clear. You're not going to color that. Next one, we're going to go clockwise. This one is, whoa, hold on. Wow. Okay, I'll tell you what. I will post this on YouTube and you get the instructions there, okay? I will post this to YouTube, 8th period. You need to check it out. Put your chairs up. And stack the books up too, please. Put the books back, stack them. Later. Where you going, Sebastian? Oh, you're not Sebastian. Wrong kid. Never mind. Can you put your chair, look at your chair compared to everyone else? Because it impacts how the books are. I can't stack the books on the corner if you have your chair leg in the corner. Silly goose. Yeah. Just step out when. No, it said let Caitlin leave a few minutes early. Yeah, step out when you need to. Don't abuse the system though. All right. Okay, so vacuole is going to be green. Next, we have the Golgi apparatus. And that is going to be red. Over on the right, we have the mitochondria. And I would like you to make that brown. And notice that you have 3 of them in the cell, here, here, and here. So be sure you color all of them. Next, we have the covering of the nucleus. The covering of the nucleus is called the nuclear envelope. So all of this is going to be purple, okay? Next, we have, one second. We have the smooth endoplasmic reticulum. To save space, I'll say smooth ER. I would like you to make that royal blue. It's like Tampa Bay Lightning blue. Inside the nucleus, there's a structure called the nucleolus. I want you to make the nucleolus pink. Next, we have the contents inside the nucleus. That's going to be called chromatin, which is another word for DNA. I want you to make the chromatin or DNA light purple or lavender. Okay, next we have the rough endoplasmic reticulum. So we'll say rough ER. I would like you to make that sky blue or baby blue, same thing. And then we have the plasma membrane. You are going to make this orange, and all of this needs to be colored in. Got it? All the way around. All right, 2 more. These structures here are called cilia. They're like little finger-like projections, helps the cell move. You're going to color those gray. And lastly, we have a pair of centrioles. They help the cell divide. I would like you to color those yellow. And that is your instructions. So by Thursday's class, make sure you have all those colored in that arrangement. And that is all.